Welcome back, guys, to Steven's DIY Auto Repair.
All right, guys, and we are back. And we're back in this 2020 Toyota Camry. And we got 67,432 miles on the clock, guys. So previously on this vehicle, we did a front driver's side wheel bearing. Shortly after we completed the repair, I would say 3 to 5 days afterwards, the customer notified us that they were hearing a popping / metal on metal sound coming from that area that we had previously been in working. So we took it. We told them we would take care of it and take a look at it. Once we were able to finally take a look at it, I was under the impression that it was going to be a transmission / engine mount based off what we were seeing. We were noticing that we could get the vehicle to make the sound every time we put it in reverse or drive, which was a good indication that it was possibly a engine or transmission mount. Also, we looked at the engine while we were making those shifts, and we did see the engine jump. It wasn't excessive, but it was noticeable. But after a visual inspection of the engine and transmission mounts, I didn't see anything abnormal. So we then proceeded to do a visual inspection of the tire, or excuse me, we took it for a test drive. We were able to kind of duplicate it test driving when we would either accelerate or abruptly stop on the vehicle, but not always. So we brought it back, we took the wheel off, did some visual inspections underneath, didn't see anything abnormal, except for we did notice the lower ball joint was leaking a lot of fluid, and it was pretty much shot. So what we had determined was that previously we did notate to the customer that the CV axle needed to be replaced. So we determined that shifting into drive or reverse, and that shifting was causing the CV axle to have enough play, because it was bad, play into the spindle and the lower ball joint area, causing it to make that noise. So we suggested to the customer to replace the CV axle and the lower ball joint for the front driver side. And that's what we are here to do today, guys. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. So hopefully you guys like this video, and hopefully we could record everything. We are on a time crunch, but I'm gonna do my best to get this recorded and bring you guys along for the ride. It's gonna be hot today, so bear with me, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take our wheel off. It's gonna be a 21 millimeter. Tire off. So these little things were pretty cheap on Amazon, and it worked pretty well. To open up that divot so that we can get our axle nut off. I think that's how it got messed up in the first place. Whoever took it off first didn't open it up all the way. So doing things a little backwards. I want to get this nut off because that's my main concern right now before we start messing with anything else. So it's going to be a 32 millimeter 12-point socket. Okay, so it came off pretty easy because there's really no threads anyway. So there's that. All right. So now it's just a matter of taking the brake caliper off, the rotor, a few of our components back here, and then popping that axle out. So we're going to take our brake caliper off. It's going to be a 17 millimeter. But even that blue Loctite works pretty good. Yeah, we were making sure that wasn't going to come out, right? Got our caliper. Got our caliper out of the way. Rotor's gonna come off. So hopefully you guys can see there. Next, we're going to take the lower ball joint off. We're going to replace that. It's going to be a 17 millimeter. Separated from our lower control arm.
Actually, before we do that, I'm getting ahead of myself. Take our cotter pin out. That'd help if I got some light. Might have to move you guys over. Mother. That was unbelievable. Should not have been that freaking difficult. Okay guys, so going after our castle nut for on top for our ball joint, 19 millimeter. You're not gonna get a socket in there, so I mean you could if you take it out of the lower control arm, but we actually use that to help us put some torque on it. So our new one comes with a new castle nut, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we'll try to give it a trying to take as less off as possible. Alright guys, so we finally got it out. We had a lot of persuasion, but in the end our gear wrench ball joint separator came through in the clutch. First time using it, I actually forgot we had it, so we went ahead, took our tie rod off. It's a 17 millimeter as well, and then we got our axle out from our spindle. So now we're just gonna go back in here where it connects into the transmission and get a pry bar on it and pop it out. Okay guys, so we got our axle shaft out. Here it is here. Here's an old one, here's our new one. It's a little bit different, but it's gonna work. This is the aftermarket. It's import direct, OEM replacement. And there's the part number. So one thing you want to be careful when you're removing your CD axle is not to damage your seal over here. Ours is good. We were careful not to damage it, because if you damage it, then you're going to have leaks. So what we're going to do, Let's put a little bit of seal glide on our end here, pop it in, and get it all put back together. So of course, we definitely got the wrong one. So for the most part, it's similar, but what we found was our splines here that go into our hub, they're too small. So this portion is too small, so there's a lot of play. So it's not gonna work. The new one, the correct one, is gonna be coming from AutoZone. It can't be delivered. It's not from my normal store I get it from. It's from a different one, and they can't deliver it. So we're having somebody pick it up for us. But man, I've been. This is like the second or third time I gotten the wrong parts, and I don't know. I'm starting to think. I use this pretty cool thing. It's a great idea. I actually really love it. It's called Parts Tech. Basically, all of your commercial accounts are under one umbrella, and you go in there, and let's say you're looking for a CV axle, and you can click on each one of your accounts from like Napa, AutoZone, O'Reilly, etc. Those are the three I use, and you can kind of compare prices and whether they have it in stock, how long is it going to take to get it. So it's a really cool program. Absolutely really love it, but I'm thinking that is where the problem is lying, getting the correct parts. And there's sometimes with O'Reilly specifically, when I put an order through, it actually doesn't go through, and O'Reilly is like, what are you talking about? You didn't put an order in with this. So it is what it is. It's probably not Parts Tech. It's probably just either me or just luck of the draw. So so we're on standby right now to get the new correct CV axle, so that way we can get it put in. So standby to standby, guys. Okay guys, so we got our new one here from AutoZone, and as you can see, big difference here. We already checked the splines and we're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in. Okay guys, we got our new axle in. It comes with its own axle nut, which is great. We bought one just in case. Got it seated in all the way. You're gonna feel it pop in. And now we're gonna go ahead, and we got this new ball joint. Here's the part number. Comes with all new fasteners from AutoZone, not a sponsor or something. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this on, start getting this put back together. We'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, so I apologize for the AC, but it's super hot, so I apologize if you hear that noise. But there you go guys, we're gonna be ending this one with 67,440 miles on the clock, guys. So we finally got the new part, got it put in, the axle nut torque to spec, which is 217 foot-pounds, and then we staked in our axle nut, got everything put back together, put our speed sensor back in, put our brake caliper hose back on. We took the bracket off so we can have some more room to pull out the brake caliper. So yeah guys, there you have it. There is how you replace your CV axle. I tell you what, this was a pain in the hoo-ha. Ran into a lot of trouble with this one. Had a lot of trouble getting the ball joint out, and then we had a hard time getting the CV axle out itself, trying not to damage the axle seal or the mating surface of the transmission or any of that. Finally got it out. Then we got the other part, which we seen was kind of off. When we went to put it in, and we noticed the splines were not correct. And then comparing the splines, and this is kind of my fault. I should have compared the splines. I should have actually done a better job comparing the parts. So I highly recommend you guys take your time, compare the parts. We caught it in time. It's not like we tried putting it all together, but we caught it in time. It just the splines were not going to work in the wheel hub. So we were able to get a new one, thankfully, quickly. It took about an hour to get it, and then kind of had to fight to get that in. And then once we got that in, everything else just started rolling sweet. So yeah, guys, this one was a tough one. It took me a lot longer than what I wanted or what I anticipated. So hopefully you guys like this video. It was hot as hell. That's kind of the drawbacks of being a mobile mechanic. And I don't know, let me know what you guys think about the parts issues. You guys get a lot of wrong parts lately, or what do you guys do, or is there anything you guys do to minimize getting the wrong parts? Usually when I go on to my to whatever my commercial account is, whether it's AutoZone, O'Reilly, Napa, you put in the license plate number or the VIN, or just put the vehicle information in, and then you search for a part. A lot of times, those parts should fit that vehicle. Sometimes you really got to read. Sometimes they give you extra information, and it'll tell you for this or that, like brakes a lot of times. It says with heavy duty or without heavy duty. So I know AutoZone is really good about that, putting that information in there. But again, I've been going through a third party, which is does an umbrella. So maybe that's why. But I don't know. What do you guys think? So anyway, guys, there you guys have it. We took it for a lengthy test drive, probably about 5-6 miles, and we hit some highway speeds. And then we're going to put it in drive and reverse. So reverse. Try to turn the AC off for a minute so you guys could hear. Drive. Reverse. Drive. So we're not getting that clunking noise anymore. That metal on metal, like clacking clunk noise. So that's gone. So that's good. I know that was one of the biggest customer complaints. And we were able to duplicate it by putting it in drive and reverse. You could hear it every single time, no matter what. And then driving wise, sometimes you could hear it when you jolted forward on the gas, or you stomped on the brake. You could hear it. So got that taken care of. Brand new lower ball joint and a brand new CV axle. Both parts from AutoZone. So there you go, guys. If you guys like this video, make sure to go down there, hit that like button, and leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it, especially on this video. It was hell in this heat, and I'm sorry I didn't get to film a lot of it that I wanted to. By the time I noticed, my camera was overheating and it turned off, so we didn't get to see a lot of the footage. So when I tried to cool it off, by that time I had already hammered everything out. So I do apologize, guys. Maybe we can get another one of these and we'll take our time filming it. So enough said, guys. As always, if you guys like this video, make sure to go down there and hit that like button. If you guys would like to be notified when I put out another video, make sure to go down there and ring that bell notification. As always, guys, please subscribe to my channel for more informational videos and DIY projects. And until next time, guys, have a good one.